My name is Richard Casper. I'm a Marine Corps veteran, and I teach the course here at the School of the Art Institute of Chicago. This program started basically because after my injuries in war, I didn't know how to deal with myself. I came back, had a brain injury, my best friend was shot and killed. I didn't know myself at that point. Art has helped me by giving me a chance to have a voice again. I used to not be able to leave my house. I couldn't go talk to people. I would physically throw up and get sick. If you could be 0%, that's committing suicide, 100% being the best you can be. After the Marine Corps, after being injured, I was at probably like a 9 or a 10. And after this school, I was back to like 85% me. For people who may struggle like I did and didn't want to break out of the house and be like, I'm not sure if this is going to work, I just want them to know my story and be able to come out here and learn with other combat vets how to do art. And if they're looking for one more way, if they just come out here and give me a chance, it's going to be worth it.
What we were aiming for is to express what we were dealing with, when we were deployed and during our military career, where we literally get out of our element, go on this kind of like alternate reality to go back in time, think about what we went through, and express it to other people.
Just being exposed to different concepts of art, like at the museum and some of the contemporary art we saw, that's what influenced me to try doing a performance piece for my last project.
The opportunity to be at the school was just phenomenal. It was amazing. At lunch, we could go and wander the halls of the museums, and that was pretty awesome.
I think the hardest part was actually talking about what I've been through. It was easy talking to Richard because he is a combat veteran and he has been through stuff I've been through. And
my job was to, go find IEDs or find landmines or anti-personnel landmines and take them apart. And little did I know, I was putting that stuff inside me.
At first, it's a little hard to let yourself become vulnerable. You won't really know what to do right away. It takes a couple days. I know for me, it took a week.
Being surrounded by a bunch of veterans that know what combat feels like, knows the after effects of combat, knows how it feels to come home. It was really comfortable being here.
They're gonna come to class like normal college students, treated like normal people that know how to be like, I can be in college, I am a normal person, and I can live like everybody else lives. If even one of them chose to go to college and study art and has that artist brain to where it saved them, it's totally worth it.
What? Hello, hello. First time using that intro. How did it work? What? Everything come out all right? Glad to have you here. We'll be doing some intro to comics today. Just making sure I got everything set up. We got some people on Mixer, Facebook, YouTube. No one on Twitch yet. Hopefully someone hops on. I'll be going over parts of a comic. I'm going to show off some of the comics I've made in the past. Let me get the Instagram live going on. Going live. Here we go. Go live. Right. Move my lights around. Ben, dude. What's going on, Ben? What is going on? Sweet. Ben, did you have a question, sir? Going live on the gram. What's going on, Instagram? Whoa, there There we go. All right, we're doing some intro to comics. Here we are. That light is so bright. There we go. There we go. Now it's still super bright. Let me adjust my light settings in here. Doing some intro to comics today. There we go. I'm just going to move it closer somewhere. Here we go. Got a thumbs up already. Right on. Okay. Let's see how we're doing on Restream. Everyone's here. I like Emily better. Ben, who was just on with the who was here watching Emily Christopherson do her little wheel throwing? That was pretty cool. I'm not doing wheel throwing. Kicking it old school, bringing out some paper. Moving the chat so I can see everyone talking. Alright. We got like 17 tabs open today. Because I'm going over a little bit of everything. Here we go. Alright. What's going on? I'm going to wave to these people on Instagram. What's up? Alright, so this is our first... If this is your first stream with us today, we're glad to have you. My name is Garrett Leo. I'm the art director for CreatiVets. Got quite a few people on the gram. Welcome. I'm going to go over the basics of comic books. Now, the big stream up there can see everything. I'm going to hold up the comics here to show off what's going on. So I've got 4 comics. One of them is a zine. I lied. So 3 comics, 1 zine. Just going to kind of go over the basics of comic books if you're unfamiliar. John says the intro was good. Instagram people, you did not get to see the intro, but if you want to see the intro video and then this on a better screen, go to creativets.org/live right now. Everyone on Instagram, go to that. You can see me on the big screen, and then you'll see all the demo stuff I'm going to do today. Okay, so I've got my comic books out. I'm going to show you these. These all I've worked on and made with. This one is a collaborative comic book that I made. I'll talk a little bit about that. Show me the intro on Instagram. You got to go to creativets.org/live. Go to the live stream right now. We're streaming on Facebook on our CreatiVets page. We're streaming on Twitch, Mixer, and YouTube. Go check those out. I do. Show me the intro. Yeah, go check that out right now. No, here, I can't do the intro there. It doesn't work like that. You got to go to the big screen. Okay, so this is a collaborative one. Let's go over materials. I will be making some comics today. I put a list on our Facebook and Instagram page if you want to follow along. I'll be doing a comic page with our Bristol paper. Bristol paper, let me get the big piece. Again, not a sponsor, but this is my preferred, I got comic pages come out. Preferred brand of paper. So I've got the Bristol paper. I've got my Micron pens. Again, these you can get in a pack, right? If anyone knows what Micron pens are. Different size, different line weights. You can get these at Blick or any local art store. Different weights. I'll be using my, where are they at? Oh, there they are. Non-photo blue pencils. I will explain the types of paper. These are my non-photo blue pencils. These pencils, my camera to refocus. Why did it just go blurry? There we go. The non-photo blue pencils I'll be sketching with for these comic books. In order to print them, you need to make them in a digital file. So if you draw with the non-photo blue, very specific. It's not just a blue colored pencil. These, when you scan your papers, the blue will disappear if you scan it the right way. So I might do a demo later on about how to scan, but just know that I'm going to be working with specifically non-photo blue pencils. Someone had a question about the types of paper. It was James on Instagram. The paper that I'm using today is a Bristol paper, so it's almost like a cardstock. It's a little bit thicker. The reason I'm using this is because when I work with ink, this will absorb the ink but won't let it spread, and it'll keep its shape, right? If I didn't stream this on Instagram, but we did some tea and coffee paintings. Again, you can check these videos out at creativets.org/live. Same paper, right? But it warps a little bit, so it can absorb a little bit of the ink, and then it holds its shape. Right on. So, yeah, so those are the tools I'll be using. I also put in ruler. Ruler erasers are good to have. Let me wave at these people. I actually have a fancy ruler T-square, right? So this can go on the edge of my desk so that I can make a super straight line perpendicular with the edge of my desk. So I'll use that as well. So let's go over some of these comics I got. Did that work as an explanation for the pencil? What's going on, James? So this first one I wanted to show is just using the saddle stitch stapler. So I covered what this tool was used for in the book making, the art making demo. People on Instagram, again, you didn't see that, so if you want to check that out, it's called Art Books. Go on creativets.org/life. Find our streaming channels. I'm using a saddle stapler. That's how I bound all these books, right? I get them printed, so I get all the sheets of paper, and then I fold them and print them, or fold them and staple them myself. So using this, you take your book, right? It's got its staples on the back, on the spine, and in the middle, and you put your book inside like this, right? And you staple it. I just wanted to show you that because I actually have one of my comic books is not stapled. So you can see all the pages come out like this. So in order to staple it, you put it on the saddle stapler. And I'll put this here so the gram can see it too. And you line it up with the edge, press it down, line it up with the edge, spine. Now I have my comic book stapled, right? Just like that. What's going on, Zach? Wave, wave, wave. Here we go. All right, so yeah, so I just want to show off some of these comic books before we get started today. This was a zine that I made. This is not drawn by me. This was collage art that I did for a class when I went to the School of the Art Institute of Chicago. So it was centered around military, government, education, about just like how things change with the atom bomb. So this was a zine that if you're interested in it, you can check out. I think I have all the pictures posted on my Instagram, Man Glazed Black. I'll type that on both of these things in a second. But this is a zine that I did of just finding pictures from comic books, from old newspapers, magazines, found images, and I scanned these over and over and over again until I made a series. I think it's 10 images for a project for a print class, and then I put them all together in a zine. I actually found this little image at a museum. You could like drop photos off and then take one. So I dropped the photo off and took this one and then put this on the back, hoping people would think that was me. But anyways, this is just a little zine that I made, and I've printed these, and I sell them when I do art fairs or something. Next one I'll show is a comic book. It's a short story comic book called Whimsical Delusions. So this was a collection of 4 short stories. Boom, just like that. Now, I don't have any of the short stories posted except for one. If you go to the CreatiVets Instagram page, that's what we posted like an hour ago to promote this demo today. So you can swipe through it. That is the SS Independence comic. And I'll flip to that page right now. Right here. So you can look at the whole comic. It's only like 6 pages. But this was my first time making an official comic book. So I wrote, like I said, 4 short stories. Kind of sketched them out on the sketchbook prior to. I'll actually bring that out. I think I have it here. Yeah, I do. So this is the book that I used. So just a couple steps to comic book making. I would write out the stories, make timelines, sketch characters, write the dialogue, just sketches for everything. So I'll kind of show off the process. Get an idea for like how the format's going to work out. I'd make notes. At the time I was in a class, so I got a lot of feedback. I'd write down the feedback from people. I'd put the dialogue on like post-it notes, kind of move it around to see how conversations could develop. Getting some love on Instagram, thank you. And then I'd plan out the layout of the page. Now I am going to go over this today, like the actual definitions and words and vocabulary used for how to lay out a comic book page. But again, just to show you, there's a lot of steps to art, at least in my process when I do this. So again, I use this to move, like arrange how the page is going to look, and I'll talk about the importance of that when I work on one myself. So just like how the frames go together, how the words fit in there, how the images fit in there. Zachary says, those look great, thank you. But yeah, so this was my book that I used when I was working on this comic, as well as this larger one. I'll talk about that in a second. But I do black and white comics, just kind of like old school black and white. So something you need to consider is like your balance of light and dark. So in this comic book page, this was a story about a kid that adopted an old person, and you find out at the end that he's adopted quite a few old people, and it's a little mysterious why he keeps adopting them. But just looking at this page, you really have to balance, there's a lot of dark up here, right? So I want to contrast that over here on the bottom your left, right? So a lot of dark here, a lot of dark there, and then I have white spaces in between. So you really have to think about, especially if you're doing black and white, how is the page from a distance, right, going to look balanced? Okay, so balance is the way just, the composition looks right. There's not too much dark in one area. There's not too much light in one area. Some pages I'll have a lot more sporadic darks so that it's a very light composition, right, like that. So that was actually one of my strengths that in making comics, because like I said, I used to draw as a kid a lot, and I used to make my own comics. I might actually have some in my desk. I'll bring those out. We can compare them. Someone just sent me a bunny butt. Thank you for the star sparks. There we go. You're welcome for these classes. Again, if you're on Instagram, we've only gone live a couple times, but you can go to creativets.org/live to watch the big stream right now. And that's where you can see my table and everything once I get started with the art making. So yeah, this is a good example of just black and white images. I mentioned I have this larger one I worked on. Now this is a very in progress, top secret thing. This is the Ballad of Freddie Starr. So I started writing this story. I actually wrote the story already. It's in this. I wrote the story out. All of it's like a novel. I wrote it all out, and then I started doing illustrations for it. Now these are a little bit more intense. Ooh, I just knocked my camera. These drawings, a little bit more detailed, a little bit more dynamic, a lot darker, a lot bigger of a story. So this was following a musician, and I think it was, let's see, I wrote the date in here, 1959. So a little fun fact about all the dates. I modeled the character off of Dean Martin, like his music style. So it's a performer. It's like the standard story that everyone knows about the singer that gets involved with the mob, right? And then like he has a really messed up life. So I wrote my own version. At the time, I had just gotten back from traveling to Cuba. So it's a story about an American singer that kind of comes up with the mob and then goes to Cuba to finish out his story. So it's like the high life of the mafia during the 50s and 60s, and how their story. So again, this one's a little bit more intense. It's definitely a graphic novel, not just a comic book. There's a lot to it, a lot of stories, a lot of characters. This is really fun to do. Like I said, I wrote the whole story. I drew and illustrated about almost half. Honestly, this is probably half of it, maybe a quarter. I almost ended it at the perfect halfway point, but I didn't, so it's a little under half. Maybe one day I'll get to this to finish it. Like I said, I've got the story written, I just got to sit down and draw it. The cool thing about comics is, we've got all this time with us right now. Someone's hosting our stream. Thank you. I'm going to try to fix. Hello. There we go. Refocus, please. Thank you. with this time of social distancing, it's great for drawing comics and writing stories because you have a lot of time. So I'm hoping that I get to do some of that with the rest of my time during social distancing. Maybe I'll work on this and finish it. So that was just another one of my bigger comics. Never been seen before to the public eye. False. I did give out a bunch of these like little practice prints, like it was supposed to read like a script. So I gave those to a bunch of friends. So if you have one of those and you're watching, comment. And then this last one was actually a really fun project that I participated in. Just real quick, the covers of these, my whimsical one and this chicken one, these are risograph prints. It's a really nice process for printing. It's the same process of printing that we did for the CreatiVets print. See how I tied that in there? Real quick, side note, before I continue and get to the drawing. Giving away one of these bad boy prints. Tomorrow is the day. Today's Thursday. Tomorrow, Friday, I'm announcing the winners. If you want to win one of these prints, go to my Instagram, manglazedblack. I have a post. If you like it, comment a friend, tag a friend in it, and you follow me and CreatiVets, you can win said print. I'm giving away 3 of them from my private collection. I'm showing it off to both streams. So if you want one of these prints, go to my Instagram, manglazedblack. I'll comment it in a second. Tag a friend, like the post, and then you got to follow me and CreatiVets, and you can get one of these prints sent you. I'll sign it and everything. Maybe if you're the first person, I'll sign one of my comic books. I don't know. I'll throw some other art in there. So again, risograph print. A little side note. I'll actually comment. Ooh, there we go. Man glazed black. There you go. Go find it. Go find the post. I'm going to comment it on here too, so you all know. I'm going to make a post later today, and we'll put it on CreatiVets so that people can see it again. But again, you got to like it, got to comment a friend on there, and you got to follow both accounts. You can get additional ways to win if you tag more people than one. That's an extra entry to win. Or if you share it to your story or your page, that's an extra entry to win. So some people have commented, like 20 people. They had 20 chances to win. That's awesome. So this comic I did was a collaborative comic where it's actually a funny story. I was in a comic book class in college when I went to SAAC, and I thought the class started on Thursdays, but it started on Tuesdays, so I missed the first day of class, which is when they started this. Someone just said, hello. Hello, Mr. J. Carlisle. They started this project on a Tuesday, and I was sleeping and forgot that I had class. So I went the next week, and what they had done was they worked together to write a story together of this chef character, chopping proud golden egg, right? They came up with a villain, they came out with the main character, they came up with a story, and each person in the class had to draw their own page. So if you look on the page, my name's right there, spelled terribly wrong. I did the first page. I didn't do the first page. That's just where it is. So let me find it. So we wrote this story together, and then every person in the class had to draw the story in their own style. Right? So it was really cool just getting all the art together and seeing how everyone drew differently, but we were all telling the one story. Let me swipe so I can find. There it is. Oh yeah, that's definitely my style. There's my page. What have you done? I have achieved my destiny. Where are they? They're in the basement. They're hiding eggs. See, look at that. Isn't that pretty cool? So that was my style. My drawings have definitely changed since I did these. They've gotten a little bit more detailed. If you haven't seen any of the other streams, I did a ink drawing demo Monday and Wednesday, so you can check that out. CreatiVets.org/live. You can go watch those old streams. But yeah, they've definitely changed. If anyone's interested in acquiring one of these comic books or zines from me, this goes to anyone. just send me a message, Manglaze Black. If you go through CreatiVets, I'll see it too. But send me a message so that I can get one to you if you want some reading material during the quarantine. All right, let's get started. I'm gonna try to move this so you can see the table. Oh, you can. Look at that. I'm gonna knock my phone down. I already know it. All right, so let's get started. Put my comic book away. And if anyone has any questions about what I'm doing, again, just drop a comment and I can talk about it. So let's talk about the foundations of like a comic book page, just the vocabulary. Let me pull up my little page that I had with all my info on it. Give me 1 second. Alright, so I just got a message. Luke Pels has joined. What's up, Luke? John joined. What's going on? Alright, so for a comic book page, there are a couple parts, and I'll use my giant Freddy Star comic to talk about it. We'll use this page. Okay, I'll fold it. I'll destroy this comic page. Here's our page. So these little boxes. Let's see. Hold on. Making sure we're good. Okay, so these little boxes that we have. That have the pictures in them. Those are called the frames, right? So on this page I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I've got 5 frames, right? All different sizes. So comic strips are usually just squares straight across. This as a page, I've got a little bit more dynamicness in there. You can make them triangles. You can make them abstract shapes. This is just a variety of squares and rectangles. These little areas where you see the text from the character speaking, those are called text bubbles. Right? These little areas where the characters are saying stuff. If you look, obviously the people that are in there are our characters. So the main character is Freddy in this page, in this comic book. So Freddy is right there, and right there. So that's our main character, Freddy. The spaces in between the comics are called gutters, right? So in this page, some of them are thinner, some of them are thicker. Totally up to you. You can see my speech bubbles sometimes go out of the frame into a different frame. Out of a frame into a different frame. You can arrange it any way you want. They can be all self-contained so that if there's someone talking in a frame, they can stay, like the bubble can be in the frame. I thought it was I had a lot of fun directing how people looked through a comic book. What's going on, people, on Instagram? A lot of people talking. So I use the speech bubbles and the contrast from the black and the white, right, and the way the characters move to kind of guide your eyes. So just going through this page, I'll do it on Instagram first, right, there's a lot of pointing. He's pointing this direction, you see this. Then there's some black here, you follow that black to the left to this character. His voice bubble goes back this way. And again, you're following Freddy going this way out, following that black line all the way back down here, right? So that's how you kind of move around, right? So Freddy, I'll do it again on here. Freddy, black, start at the top left, and then you move to this guy who's pointing. Follow the black down in here into Freddy, right? More pointing, just guiding your eyes around. You go to the right, find this guy, follow the black down here, and then Freddy's walking from. This is one frame, but I made it look like you could see through the wall, like if it was like a Broadway set, you can see him walking through the door to the party, right? So that's just a little rundown on the composition of a comic book. Now how I do that, you can wing it. I'm going to use my fancy little T-square, line it up on the edge of my desk. What's going on, Nate? Nate just joined. So what I'm doing is I'm putting the edge on my desk, putting my paper up to the edge of the ruler, and then I can use that to make a straight line. So I'm going to make the outside border first. And again, this non-photo blue pencil will not show up once I scan it. I need my pencil sharpener. So it will not show up once I scan it. So you don't have to worry about erasing so much. Boom. If you're watching right now, let me know if you've ever made a comic before. I'd love to know. So again, I'm making my edges. If I was going to do another page in a comic book, I'd make them pretty thin so I could have the most drawing in there as possible. Now, because I'm going to scan these, I could have them all different sizes, like paper-wise. So if I want to draw a comic book page on this is a 9x12 piece of paper, I could. If I wanted to do a comic book page on a little artist tile, same paper, just different size, I could. And if I wanted to go super, super big with my paper, I could do that as well, and that would allow me to get a lot more little details, right? More people just join them a wave. Boom, wave. All right. I'm going to move over here so my camera can see me. I'll move Instagram back. Hello. Boom, there we go. All right. Sweet. You can both see now. So I'm just making my frame, right? So I'll show you. I've got my, I did that on the wrong, no, I didn't do it on the wrong side. I've got my blue frame on the edge, all around it, boom, boom, boom. What's going on? Daniel's in the building, wave. All right. Now for the rest of the page, I'm going to break these up into smaller boxes. So I'll just do like a standard 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'll do a 6-page or a 6-frame comic. So let me measure it out. We'll do 4-inch, 8-inch, because it's a 12-inch long paper. Four-inch, 8-inch, right? Just making my measurements. And again, you don't have to use a ruler like I have, a T-square. You could use any ruler you have. This just kind of helps you make super, super straight, perpendicular or parallel lines. Right, so it's the right angle. So I have 1, 2. Right now I've got 3 frames. Boom, 1, 2, 3. I'm gonna do one more line down the middle. So this is, I believe, 9 inches. We'll do 4.5. 4.5. So then I could have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Do 4.5 again. If this is again your first stream with us, Instagram, I know we haven't been doing streaming on Instagram a bit. We're changing that. Please let us know what you're interested in for art. Go to creativets.org/live to see all of our previous streams. All those people jumping on. Hello, hello, hello. Boom, boom, boom. Wave, wave, wave. I can't click it. Wave, wave, wave. There we go. Let us know what you're interested in so we can kind of tailor it to what people want to see. And then same thing, if you know anyone that would be interested in seeing this or participating or volunteering their time to teach some of their craft, let me know. Send us a message at CreatiVets or on my account and we'll get that set up. So now I've got 6 boxes, right? Just like that. I got a 6 grid. Boom. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to freehand the box actually. Now I gave myself a guide. You can trace that exactly or you can make it a little different for yourself. You could do it either way. I think I'll make a comic page this way. That'll be fun, right? So we'll draw a little comic. Does anyone have any any character ideas or story idea or anything? Otherwise, I'm just gonna wing it. Tennessee Screenwriters Association. Do you work for them? Right on. That's what you want to see, or that's who you work for? Any ideas? Any suggestions on the art? What should I add? What should I make it about? Gave me a thumbs up. I said 2 things. I'm not sure what that was a response to. All right, here we go. We're just gonna go for it. I'll do a story about survival. Here we go. I'll sketch it and then I'll show it to you. Now, I am not going to do any fancy perspective with measuring it out with the rulers. I'm just going to wing it. Try to make it look as realistic as possible. But it's a comic, so it doesn't necessarily have to be realistic. Boom. Suggestion. Monster goes hiking. I'll put a monster in there. So we'll do a character as a monster. What should our monster look like? We'll do it backwards. Now, you can kind of see me drawing. You can't really see it, though. I'm the monster that goes hiking. I mean, could be. I'm getting inspired by the monster talk. I'm going to do like a Monster Town drawing. So I'm drawing a building right now. And people watching on Instagram, I will show you in 1 second. This is like putting all my skills to the test, having to draw this on the spot. All right. First step is a story. Maybe we'll play a guessing game as we go. What am I going to tell a story about? Now, Instagram, I think you see that backwards. That's tough. I don't know what to tell you. Because it's my selfie cam. I might have to flip it around. So we'll start with a store. Anyone want to guess the narrative? Ooh, what if I do a zombie? Drawing some silhouettes of some people walking. Monster goes hiking. I will survive. That's the comments we're getting on Instagram. I'll show you what I've got going on in a second. So now looking at it, we've got some people there. I think I'm going to make them zombies. Right. We'll do some spooky clouds in the background. Maybe do some more city-ish. Alright, we'll go with that. Alright. Should we have a monster hunter? We'll do a Monster Hunter or all zombie. Stick figure. No one's helping me on this one. We'll do a ninja. What should he be wearing? I'm drawing our hero right now. Thriving. Should he be... There we go. So there's our hero. So we're going to pan from a giant picture of a store, and then we have our hero. So I'm doing a coronavirus-themed adventure. So I put a little text bubble. It goes behind his head. Showtime. We'll do the... Maybe this is Richard. I'll do the CreatiVets logo. So now he's got the little CreatiVets logo. Now I'm just drawing very generally. Make the hero wear a silk robe. He's already got a t-shirt on. Maybe he'll grab a silk robe. He needs silkies for sure. Silk robe looks like that's what I gotta put on him. Okay, so then the next panel, I'm going to have him running at the door, the entrance. There we go. So outside store, looking at him, running inside the store. I'm going to do some zombie hands trying to grab him. That is the scariest hand I've ever drawn. It's a good thing it's a zombie. I'll draw a little zombie face too. See, we got the zombies coming in now. Said, ooh, I got a lot of comments. What's going on? What? Got a lot of people just jumped on. Thank you. Hey, CreatiVets, what's going on? I wasn't looking for a second. Someone said, what up? There's people sending me stars and sparkles. Thank you. Drawing comics, cool. Thank you. Working on some comics. If you just joined in, I talked about the basics of a comic. Just checking it out. Yeah, so we're doing a little comic book intro today. We talked about doing a story with a monster, so I'm doing a little zombie story. Talked about how to do it. Next, I'll be doing inking. I'm just doing the sketch right now. Thanks for following. Sketching in blue, yeah. So these blue pencils that I'm sketching in, if you just jumped in, they're called non-photo blue pencils because when you scan them, you won't see them pop up. They'll disappear. So I'm actually going to be working with some Micron pens, some black ink in a second once I'm done with the sketch. And then the blue won't be there. If you're interested in seeing the finished version, I'll post it later on the CreatiVets Instagram. Go to CreatiVets. People are sending me lots of sparks. That was a lot of sparks that you just sent me. 40,000. What's going on? Thank you. We appreciate it. I'm just drawing some zombies right now. Just the general shape. Boom. A lot of people just jumped on. That's what I'm talking about. Whoa, all right. Okay. We got 24 plus people on Mixer. Thanks for being here. I'm really invested in the comic. Thank you. I'm invested in it too. Did you check that out? I already know how it's going to end. If you can probably guess what the story is going to be. Let me make sure my comments is back up. That's cool. Never heard about doing sketches like that. Yeah. So I'm streaming on YouTube, Facebook. Carrington TV brought us here. Right on. Carrington TV. Thank you for bringing people. So I'm the art director for a nonprofit called CreatiVets. That's what I'm streaming on right now. I'll give a little spiel before I keep working on it. You can kind of see where I'm at. You can see it too. I'll answer your question, John, on Instagram in a second. So we're streaming a lot of music and art content. Have been for the past couple weeks due to the coronavirus, having to shift our programs online. So if you go to creativets.org/live, you can see all of our past streams. Now I've been doing different types of work. I'll show so all these different activities we've been doing, kind of going over different drawing techniques, clay techniques. Like I said, we've been doing some music stuff down in Nashville, some art stuff down in Nashville. So check that out. I'll post the link right now. creativets.org/live. Go on there and see our old streams as well as our new stuff. This is the last one for today, so we're working on a comic book. And again, I just went over the basics of comics and how they're put together. I'll show off my comics again. Right here. Boom. So I looked through these. If you're interested to know, just hang on. Watch me work on this drawing. Help me out with it. And then I can show off these again. We love supporting those creative folks, especially those working with good personalities and vibes. Right on. All about good vibes. Thanks for hopping on and sticking with us. Sending a lot of sparks to us. We really appreciate it. Stream freeze, is it working now? Those of you that just joined, I'm very new to streaming. So this is like week 2 or 3 of streaming for me. So I'm glad to be here. Again, I'm just working on that little running page. Let's see, I've got those pencils. Yeah, so these pencils, like I said, again, these are not just blue color pencils. They're non-photo blue. I'm using the Prismacolor brand. As you can see, I've broken it down quite a bit. You use it because when you scan it into a computer, then they won't be there anymore, right? So the ink will just show up. Someone had a question on Instagram. Also streaming on Instagram for those of you up here while I keep looking this way. Streaming on my phone. John had a question. Do these work with scanning it into Procreate? Yeah, so you just got to scan the image with the ink. And again, for example, this whole page, one of my old comics I brought up and was showing off, this whole page was drawn with the blue, and then I just colored it all in and inked it, and I scanned it in. So as long as you scan it into a file that you can open with Procreate, you can use it in Procreate. Now Zachary is in the Instagram channel somewhere. Question for him: what file works best for Procreate? Is the hold up. There we go. I think it's working now. Is the video working good again? Asking for a friend. Yeah, it says we're online. Sweet. Again, thanks for all the sparks. I appreciate it. Let's get started. So I'm going to go to the next panel. Someone asked if we could have people coughing on them. We'll do that. We'll do like a side view of him running with like some aisles. I like that. So I'm going to draw some like shelves. I'll show you. So this will be like, say your friend is better now. Oh, it was freezing for a few seconds at a time. Is it good now? I think it's good now. Boom. What about hiking? We already established this. No one said it fast enough. Monster hiking. I could do another one, but this is he's running. You already said you wanted to see people coughing. Boom. Thanks for the sparks. Appreciate it. So these are going to be the little two, like, grocery aisles. He's going to run past them and put the guy right there in the middle. Grocery aisles, he's going to be right in the middle. Should it be Naruto running or just running? I'm just lightly working with the pencil shapes I have. He can escape the grocery store to nature. Yeah, I mean, I'm down. Victor says Naruto running. I'm down for that. I'll make him Naruto run. That sounds cool. Escape the store and go to nature. We could do a part 2 comic book page the next day. What sent me a flying fairy, 80,000 sparks. That's what I'm talking about. I think he sent 2. What up? That's cool. Yeah, Victor, we're going to do some Naruto running. I like that. Can you tell I went to do that here? I'll just have him do it there too. Because I thought that would have been funny. So I'm going to get rid of that other hand. He'll just Naruto run there. We're going to do some Naruto running. I mean, in this situation, running to zombies. Oh, Lord. We got way more sparks. Thank you for all that. I see it all. Focused Cheese sent me some cheese pizza. What's going on? Naruto, are their hands open? Victor, if you're still watching, are they open or are they shut? Usually open, right? Or are they shut? Open. Okay, that's what I thought. Right on. I'm going to have some hands coming after him. Not going to draw a lot of zombie figures, just the hands. Right, so people watching, he's running, Naruto running, he's got some zombies coming behind him. I'm getting a lot of sparks. Thank you for all the sparks, I appreciate it. I'll have him almost get grabbed by one. And again, just for those of you who just jumped on that are joining us for the first time, I'm the art director for CreatiVets, which is a nonprofit that helps veterans through art and music. We kind of had to pause all of our programs for stuff that's going on with the coronavirus, having to shut things down. So we're offering free art streams we're on Twitch, Mixer, YouTube, and Facebook. We're streaming right now. We're also on Instagram. What's going on Instagram? Someone just joined. I'm going to wave to him. So check out our past streams at creativets.org/live. And you can see me doing a lot of stuff. Zachary did a lot of stuff. Brett did some stuff, streaming some music, streaming some art making. What aisles should he be running past? Right? He's running past the aisles. I got the wind right there. What aisle should he be running past? Carrington TV is sending me so much love right now with the sparks. I love it. Thank you. What's going on? All right. We'll do... So you got the arms chasing him. We'll have like... I'll have some like coughs and sneezes coming from behind him. With some like particles, People are coughing at him. Again, just working on the general details right now. So we started on the outside right here. Looking at the store, says, what did he say? Showtime. He's running in past all the guys trying to bite him. Now he's on the inside running through the aisles. Just like that, getting coughed on and stuff. And then the next one, I'll have like the end of an aisle, or an end of a page. An end of a... Ooh, got some more sparks, thank you. Let's see, what should he do next? I'll have him go right past... Or no, you know what? Got a better idea. Again, I said you don't have to erase this when you scan it. I'm erasing it just because I'm going to change what I'm drawing. I'm going to change it to... I'm going to move this frame to here, and then that last one will be his face. So again, shifting this frame, Instagram, I'm shifting this frame to here. I don't want it to be the end, I want that to be second to the end. Right, so I just shifted that. So I duplicated it to the middle, and now the end, I'm going to make it. Should his face, how should he look? So, people that just joined in, he's looking for toilet paper. If you couldn't figure that out, he's looking for the toilet paper. Should the last box, the last frame be him looking at toilet paper, like the last roll? Or should it be, you know, his eyes looking and then toilet paper in the reflection? Or should it be Mrs. OEF5 thought that was funny? Yeah, you see how I went? So he's looking for the last roll of toilet paper. So should he get the toilet paper or should he not? Again, I'm thinking one frame could be his face with toilet paper with the reflection in his eyes. So it's either he's seeing it or maybe he's just imagining it. Option 2 could be I just draw the toilet paper on the shelf, the last roll. Or it could just be his face with tears streaming down his face as zombies come behind him and he just says, you know, they're out or something. Maybe a showdown cliffhanger introducing another character. Should the character be the toilet paper man? I like that. Because I could have, yeah, showdown cliffhanger introducing a character. Let's do that. So he's standing right here. Should it be like a zombie holding the toilet paper? Take off the mask and him going into nature, making his own toilet paper, becoming rich. See, you're with the nature thing. Next one. This one's not that one. We got to do one thing at a time. All right. I like the... We're going to combine. Two people just said it on Mixer and YouTube. Someone said showdown cliffhanger introducing a new character. And then someone said one roll on a shelf. We're going to do a character holding the last piece of toilet paper. And he's just going to say, looking for this. And then he'll be holding it. Sheets of sandpaper on the shelf. I like that. That's messed up. That's messed up in a lot of different ways. That is very cruel. He just went to the sandpaper aisle. Okay, so the character. He should be... Hold on. I'm going to open up this hallway a little bit more. Boom! Got some more people joining. What's going on Instagram? Working on a comic book for CreatiVets. Looking for the last piece of toilet paper. Alright. Gotta roll with what you got, right? No! You don't gotta roll with what you got. Alright. We're gonna do the character and the last toilet paper roll. We're gonna combine them. I'm gonna do like a... What type of zombie would have the last roll? That's the question. If anyone has any suggestions as to what type of character the last zombie would be that would have the role, what would it be? And then I'll work on the last page while we figure out the character. And I got a cool composition I'm thinking of. So the last page will be his face again. Love interest holding the last package. I don't know about the love interest because that would be we'd have to set that whole thing up. How would he know? You know. Someone said they wanted to see him with a like a silk robe. I'm gonna put the silk robe on him. So I'm changing the outfit a little bit. Alright, so he's got the silk robe on now. Pause due to poor connection. No! Oh no. Well, that one's out. Instagram just went down. They don't like each other at first. I was seeing a female character maybe starting out as a rival or something. Maybe like can I speak to your manager type of person? I'm going to see if I can go live again on Instagram. So while we figure that out, I'm going to try to go live again. Let's see. Are we back up? We're back up on Instagram? We back up. Pause due to poor connection. No. There we go. We're back. Welcome back. I like the, Victor, I was seeing a female character too. So I'm going to have like a, what should his last word be? So I'm thinking, here's what I got. People that just joined. Here's what I got. Start at the store outside. Look at him. Showtime. He runs in past all the zombies. Then you see him running through. What's going on? Welcome back. Sorry, I lost connection. Then he's running through the aisles. He comes to an aisle. There's going to be the like boss, right? The boss level right there. We're thinking a female character. She's got to say something like looking for this or something. And then little old lady hunched over with a cane. Yes, I like it. We're going to do that. And then in the last one, he just kind of looks like shit. Maybe we could do that. What should his last word be? Or last phrase? I like the old lady. So we're going to do like some big glasses. And again, it's zombified, so sorry, Grandma. This is kind of like that Pee-wee's Big Adventure. What was that? What was that lady's name that drove the truck? Jude? Not Jude. Jan? Wasn't it? Alright, I'm changing the frame altogether. We are doing the old lady, though. Who said that? Let's give a shout out. Tillable Cat? Tillable. I'm just trying to make some more room in that last frame. What's going on, everyone on Instagram? I'd wave to all of you, but we're, making a comic book here. Comic book page. Oh, boy. So, little old lady. Hunched over with a cane. Drawing the cane. She should be like holding up the toilet paper. Can you please show the drawing a bit more? Yeah, sorry, James. We'll start. I'll do like one at a time. So we got the outside of the store. People watching on the big stream. Think about her arm placement. And then we got step 2. And I think you're seeing this backwards because of my camera. Sorry. He says showtime. Then you see him running into the store. He's going to be dodging some zombies. Then when he gets in, you see him running past all of the aisles. And then he gets to an aisle with an old lady. She's going to be holding the last roll of toilet paper. Either dangling it over or just like holding it. And then the last page is just his face. And he's got to say something. So we got to come up with what is his last... Maybe he doesn't say anything. Maybe we'll do some thought bubbles. Yeah, I like that. Do some thought bubbles. Like that. Alright, little lady. Draw on the toilet paper roll. Or as Zachary called it, gold. All right. Oh, you wanted it reaching up on the shelf? I already got her holding it. Sorry about that. So she's holding it. And then he says, what is his last word? Now, as you're thinking about that, I'm going to start inking it. What are people thinking? What's the last thing he says? Because this is the end of the comic now. We're going to leave it on a cliffhanger. Now, the pen that I'm using, if you weren't here when I first started, the pen is a Micron pen. Archival ink, super nice. I use this for a lot of my personal art drawings. I used this for the ink drawing demo that I did yesterday and Tuesday. Or what's today? Today's Thursday. Yeah, yesterday and Tuesday. It's nice. I use the quill tip pen every once in a while, but this is just a really nice, very easy, readily accessible tool. When is the next one then? I don't know. Maybe we'll do it tomorrow. We'll do it Friday. Speaking of Friday, I'm doing a little giveaway. Hold on. Doing a giveaway of an artist print. Check that out on, you can find it through the CreatiVets Instagram page. See, just outlined that. This is better than Netflix. I won. I just won. You know, someone just said I'm better than Netflix. Can you believe that? That was on the internet. Someone just said, where's Richard? Where's Richard? Is he watching? Someone just said that I'm better than Netflix. Check it. Read and weep. Thank you. I appreciate that comment. I'm just starting with the Leroy Jenkins. Yes. You know what? Maybe I'll do that for instead of the Showtime. I'll have him scream Leroy Jenkins. I like that little call out. Who said that? Daniel? Right on. So like I said, you can use a ruler and outline these frames. I'm winging it because I want it to look a little rough. Right? If this is like the comic book that he found in the store during the apocalypse, it wouldn't be super smooth. It wouldn't be clean and precise. And I like the hand-drawnness of it. Namaste. I like that. Namaste. Okay, I am doing the thought bubble for the last one. I initially planned him to look a little defeated at the end. Right? Because he's kind of like running past all these zombies. He finally gets there. Maybe we find out in the next comic that this is his grandma. Right? Maybe his first reaction is like, uh-oh. But then he realizes that it's his grandmother. Okay, so outline my frames. Now let's do a little talk about line weight. So I'm using Micron pens. Great set. Get them at any local art store. You can get these all different thicknesses. The one I just used was the graphic. That's like the thickest marker one. Right? I'm using that. Mima? I like that. I'm using the thick one for the outline of the borders because I want those to pop out. I'm going to switch to like an 8, which is slightly smaller than the graphic. But it'll be good. I'll start with, I really want to draw this face here. I'm going to grab my graphic real quick and do the voice bubbles that were in the other page. And it goes behind him. Again, when you add in your voice bubbles or narration, it's totally up to you what you want them to say. I'm going to make him have like a helmet on. He doesn't have... Right, it's not just some PPE protective gear, right? It's actually a helmet, like a riot face mask. And you know what? I'm going to switch, actually. We're going to go old school. I'm going to get the ink pen. This will be entertaining for those of you that have never seen it. Ink dip pen. Where's my quill tip? I think it's in here. Pardon the noise. Here we go. So we're kicking it. We're going to use the quill tip pen and my ink jar because I want to use that. That'll be fun. Now, switching inks, just going to make a note. The little Micron pens use an archival ink, right? It's pretty much permanent. This is an India ink that if you use a marker on it or something else, it will smear a bit. But this you can get a nice variety of lines. Without having to switch a pen all the time. Or maybe the old lady is a hoarder. Maybe. I mean, Mima with a tear rolling down his face. Okay, so it's 2 people voting for Mima at the end. I'm going to do that. So his last words on the last page will be Mima. And then he'll have like a tear rolling down his face. That's a nice touch, Tillable Cat. It's a little messed up, but I like it. Now I'm just adding some texture. Adding some lines to suggest this face mask is over his face. If you've been following any other streams, you know that for the ears that I draw, I put my initial, I do a G. Kind of looks like a... kind of looks like the inside of an ear. Someone just followed me. What's up? Truffle trousers. All right. Thanks for the sparks, Truffle. Okay, so robe. That's what I said he was wearing. He was wearing a robe. Now, something to just note is there's like a little bead of ink. Someone just gave me a little symbol. Right on. Awesome stream. Loving it. Thanks, Truffle. Invite some people on here. I appreciate it. Thanks for the follow and the sparks, man. Did you just join, Truffle? You find us through something, or you just randomly came across? I'm adding his, as requested, silk robe is his attire. I don't know if that works with our logic. He's wearing his face mask, shield, face, but then he's got a silk robe on. I'm not sure that makes sense. If this is your first stream with us, just a little about why I'm on here streaming. I'm not a normal streamer. This is my second or third week doing this. So thank you all for hanging out and saying that it's fun. Streaming for CreatiVets. We're offering free art classes, demos, music demos classes, some physical fitness classes while we're all at home due to the coronavirus, doing some social distancing. Right now I'm adding to the comic we worked on together. I'll show the comic to Instagram because you guys are just looking at me talking a lot. Boom. Inked that. And now inking this page. I'm putting you back. Sorry. I'm using a quill tip pen. I was using the Micron, but I have to switch a lot with the Micron, so I thought it would be good to just go for it. And I'm really comfortable with the pen. If anyone's curious about what type of materials I'm using, where you can get the materials, thanks for the sparks. I saw that, Carrington. Or, you know, where how much things cost, just drop a question. I can see it in any of the streams. I'm curious. I got all these people watching right now. What have people been doing with their time at home right now? I think I've got a couple gamers with me based on the names I'm seeing. Anyone play any good games recently? What's the recommended game? Does your hand smear that ink? Yes. So Dan, the ink that I'm using now is water. It says waterproof, but I messed it up with some water yesterday. India ink. I'll show it right here. It will smear it if I touch it wet. Once it's dry, it's pretty good about not smearing. But right now, it's hard to see it with the camera, but there is like a raised area of ink. This will smear. This stuff, the micron pens, this won't. I mean, this dries pretty fast. If you touch it right away, obviously it'll smear, but this is really good about staying permanent. I did this watercolor painting for a kid's demo. Here, check this out. This was the micron pen. My paint, like as soon as I was done drawing, I started painting it. Right? It didn't smear it at all. Like I have no bleeding. So if you're looking for something to smear, India ink is really good. And it's really cheap too, comparatively. And then if you want it to be more permanent, I would go with the micron pen. I got some comments from what people are doing with their time. What do we got? Let's see. People, Mrs. OEF5, glad to see you on here again. Making a lot of jewelry, painting. That's pretty cool. Working from home, playing lots of things. We got Gears, Halo, Forza, Bleeding Edge, Neverwinter. Carrington, I've been playing that new Breakpoint. Well, I guess it's not so new anymore. Breakpoint and Call of Duty, they just dropped that huge update, so it's that 5-person Warzone. Mainstream is live book reading. Right on. 40 plus hours each month. Everyone shout out to Carrington TV. 40 plus hours each month of live book reading. Came here after I finished it today. I'll check that out right as I'm done with this. All right. Right on. Now, the other cool thing with this is you can get really detailed with the quill tip. I have a smaller, sorry about my squeaky chair. I have a smaller one, but this one does a trick. Oh, hold on. I got another comment from Tillable. I'll check that out in 1 second. Aspire to playing with Train Simulator and where the water tastes like wine. Train Simulator. My brother plays Train Simulator and like Truck Driver Simulator. Right on, Dan. Thanks for hanging out with us. Grateful for you to join in, man. Halo Collector. I would be shocked if you didn't put Halo as a game you were playing. Halo 5 lets people grind it for 152. Halo Collector, being that you play Halo. The question: are you excited for what's that new one coming out called? Halo Infinite? Is 152 Infinite? Sorry if I didn't know. Instagram, I will show you if anyone's still on. Just inking the pages here. I would lift it for you all, but I don't want to because it'll smear the ink. It'll spread it. I'm going to put it right there so you can see it a little bit better. No, the hardest thing to draw is fingers. So I'm drawing some pretty messed up fingers. That's a given. Yeah, you're excited for Halo Infinite. My brother's been sending me the like promo video that they released, like nonstop, telling me to watch it. Boom. Hold on 1 second, Instagram. Boom, we're back. I had a text. Just waiting for more news on the Xbox Series X and Halo Infinite. Yeah, I'm definitely getting the new Xbox. My brother's been asking me if I was going to get the PS5 or the Xbox. Definitely getting the Xbox. God, I've always had the Xbox. Oh, see, didn't even shout it out. I've been smearing that right side the whole time. It's okay. I'll show you my little eraser. Hold on. So if you make a mistake with ink, which it inevitably happens, both are going to be great, but yeah, Xbox is going to be awesome, yeah. I've got this little Presto, basically whiteout pen. And you can use that to, if you are like me and you are messy and you make a mistake, just draw right back on top of all that ink, because I am going to scan this, so you're not going to see the blue pencil. I can white out all my mistakes. And then once that dries, I can go back over it with some ink so that it doesn't look messed up. I'll show that. Right, I just put that white out there. That's nowhere near with the paper. There it is. Right, boom. Boom. Alright, working on my helmet again. Alright, now we're going to do the silk robe as requested. I'll definitely have, maybe I'll do this like a, if anyone's familiar with like Sin City where like only certain colors are used, I'll color the robe red and then like nothing else. And the toilet paper could be gold. And see that whiteout ink is already dried, so I'm just going back in there and fixing up my mistake. Now I'm doing black and white. You can color in whatever you'd like. Oh, low battery mode might be going. Ooh, I could plug it in. Oh, not right now. Not right now. Adding my t-shirt to the guy. So he's got the Rogan on a t-shirt. And I'm going to do the CreatiVets logo. CreatiVets logo is now applied. Boom. I got ink on my finger again. I don't know how. Now, I should have started top left. I started in the middle because I was, I don't know, excited. So what was the, someone just said, wow, that's cool. Thank you. It was going to be Mima something. Or just like Mima. Let's see. I gotta scroll. Mima, the fear. Yeah, Mima with a question mark, and then a little tear rolling down his face. Got it. I'm gonna do that. Here we go. How do you spell Mima? M-E-M-A-W? M-E-M-A-W? That was too high. I'll fix it. Boom, working on another helmet. And again, you could, once you're done with this, you could go in and color it. I've colored comics with like, I've colored comics with like digitally, like on Procreate and. Hold on. Tillable. What are you talking about? I guessed, so don't listen to me. That's it, bud. That's it. That's what we... Two people said Meemaw. Oh, spelling wise. I don't know. We're going with M-E-M-A-W. Just real quick, now that I still have everyone here, I'm going to set this here and show off this. So I don't know if I did it with everyone else on here. I'm doing a giveaway. I'm giving away one of my prints that I made. So check this out. This is an 11x17 risograph print. All these toy soldiers were hand drawn by myself. This was a collaborative effort with the CreatiVets team. I did this with the ink and pen and everything, scanned it, and then printed it with risograph printing, which is a really nice print. It's like this. I use for my comic book covers. I'm giving this away. 3 of them. Tomorrow, today and tomorrow, the last 2 days. I'm going to comment my Instagram again. Go on Instagram. Go to my page. Find the post. I'm going to comment again. When's the giveaway? It's tomorrow. I'm going to comment right now. And glaze black. Okay, so there is my Instagram. Go on there. There is a post that has the pictures of... it should look like 3 of these, right? It'll have 3 of these prints on there. How many entries so far? A lot. I think there's like 40 comments. So here are the rules to enter to win. You have to like my post, the original post on Manglaze Black. You have to follow CreatiVets and follow my Instagram. And then comment, just tag anyone, one person in the comments. Now here's the deal. To get bonus entries, so to get entered one time, you have to like my post, follow me and CreatiVets, and you have to comment a friend. If you share that post to your story or share it to your page, that's an extra entry. And if you tag that one person and tag another 20, you have 20 extra entries to win. So it works to just tag as many people as you can so that you have more entries to win. Only like 2 people took advantage of the extra entry with the extra tags. They tagged like 15 people, right? So they got like 16 entries to win this print. But again, I'm giving away 3 of them. I'm going to announce the winners tomorrow. I'll direct message you on Instagram, and then we'll handle getting it shipped out to you. Again, all free, shipping free, everything. I'm going to get it to you for the free. So someone had a question, how many entries so far? I've got like 30 some comments, but again, some people commented once, some people commented 10 people, so it's all different. But you got to go on my Instagram, manglazedblack. I put it in the restream, I put it in the Instagram. Find it, like the post, my original post, and then you got to follow both of us. You got to follow CreatiVets, and you have to follow Manglazed Black to get Z-Print. Right? I'm announcing it tomorrow. The winners. I'm picking 3. I've got 3 of these. I'll sign them and everything. This is just a side note. This is still our first batch. I've got some extra ones laying around in my studio, so this is the first batch of the print. So check that out. I've got mine hung up over there. Will you keep creating comics live, then sell them? Yeah, I'm down for that. I'll keep making some live comics, and we could sell them. If you know what, I'll make a deal. If you give me a suggestion for like part of the comic, and I use your suggestion, I'll send you one. We'll just get you one. I'm working on the tiers now. Someone said, I've been playing Where the Water Tastes Like Wine. Very chill game. I haven't heard of that. Is that on... See, now again, my newbiness is showing. Is that on Xbox? Can I play that there? Because that's the only thing I play on. Is Xbox. Someone said, okay, thanks. Thank you. But yeah, so go... again, if you want that print, or if you just want to see some more of my art that I make, go follow me. Definitely go follow CreatiVets. See the cool stuff that we're doing here. If you just joined in and you missed it the first time, I'm the art director for CreatiVets. So I always like talking to people about art. If you make stuff or have a talent that we could use to make some streams for veterans, let me know. We'd love to collaborate. Xbox Game Pass for PC is how I play that one. Okay. Right on. Following. Boom. Did you like that post? I think someone's trying to get that print. Did you like the post now? You got to follow CreatiVets and you got to follow me. And then, yeah, go like the post. And then, like I said, if you really want the print, tag a bunch of people in it. Now, those entries don't count for them, right? If you tag 20 people, they're not all entered. They have to, follow CreatiVets, like the post, and do all that stuff. But it will count for you for extra. And then if you follow my account and you see anything that you're interested in as far as like art-wise, send me a message. You want to collaborate? Send me a message. Boom. Give me a thumbs up right on. Mrs. OEF5, if you know what, I'm going to put my email in the thread right now. So if you want, you email me what we can do. send me an email, and then we can work from there. We can get a little collaboration going on because I know you're doing the painting and jewelry making. We'd love to set you up. Meemaw. All right, I'm real quick before I keep inking. I'm gonna take my pen and erase the meemaw that I wrote because I didn't have it centered. And that's the cool thing about this is you just boom, it's done. Boom. Brian John Harwood. Wave. What's going on? Can I wave at you? Yes. People watching on Instagram, sorry you got like the worst spot, but there's the comic so far. Right? Just inking it slowly away. Where did you put the email on Facebook? Oh, you reached out to the website. Okay, I'll find that. If you emailed us like the contact us thing, I'll see that. I just commented my email, so it should have went through all of the comments. But if you want it, again, if you're listening, Garrett, Garrett, at CreatiVets.org. That's my email. That is my email. All right, I'm going to work. There you go. Oh, you did. You sent me one? Sweet. I'll check that as soon as I'm off this. I'll reach back out to you. Waving. Hello. All right, I'm going to ink this corner now. It's not showing up here. Okay. Maybe that... Hold on. Oh, you know what? It didn't go to Mixer. A messed up seventh panel would be Mima lying on the floor watching the protagonist run away with the toilet paper. You know, I said we'd do 2 pages. Yeah, I'll find it if you got it, and then we'll get you set up. And if you have an Instagram or Facebook, just send the CreatiVets Instagram page a message or the Facebook page, and I will see that. So that's another way. If you didn't get my email, then just send it straight through there. Boom. Just got some rock hands. Thanks. All right, now I'm working on this panel. This will be a fun one because it's got a lot of movement. And I will say, I am pretty proud of myself with how fast, and proud of you, how fast we came up with this. Like this whole concept. Boom, someone else is joining on Instagram. We're doing some ink drawings. I'll show you in a second. Have I drawn hair yet? I have. Darn it. All right. We're doing the... Naruto run. Now this is where you just gotta, take your time. I can think of comic stories all day. This is fun. Yeah, right on. And when I'm done here, send me a message on CreatiVets or on Manglaze Black. Send me something. That could be we could kind of brainstorm a comic before we even start the next one. Still got some people hanging out with us. Thank you for hanging out. Boom. Can you see that? Yes, you can. Boom. All right. Now working on. Keep doing this one. Do the background now. All right. The store shelves. Now, I didn't say this a lot in this stream, but it's important to think about your line weights. So line weight is the thickness of the line that you're making. So if it's farther away, it's thinner. If it's thicker, darker, that's closer to you. So I'm doing that as I am drawing. Oh, low battery, no. There we go. There we go. And this is just the tedious part right now. Thanks for people on that huge group of people that just rolled in on the mixer. Thanks for hanging out with us. Instagram. Thanks for hanging out. All right. I'm going to do this next part upside down, because I don't want to smear my ink. And again, line weight, things that are farther away, thinner. Things that are closer, thicker. Oh, how am I going to do this? Oh, I'll just like put it right here. Store. Boom. What, I still got people watching. What have you, I know people were talking about video games they've been playing. What other things have people been doing with their time? During all this. Whoa, just grabbed a huge chunk of ink. curious. Instagram, have people been hiking? I don't think so. Now, I'm just doing again about this. I'm just doing the outlines of things. I will go back in and add black to areas. I talked about, if you missed it, your use of dark and light, making a lot of contrast in comics. I do just black and white ones. I don't usually use color. So in order to do that, you need to have solid black and white areas. Hiking, Netflix, Hulu, cleaning, eating, sleeping, repeat. That sounds like a plan. I've been streaming, making art, eating, sleeping. Badgerfield just joined the party. What's going on, Badgerfield? Big fan here. Side note. When I first talked to Richard about video games and stuff, and he told me that he was friends with you, I was like, what? That's cool. I watch your videos all the time. Taking a run. What are you working on? Let me show you. So we've been working on a collaborative comic book page. I'll hold it. Yeah, there you go. So I was taking some feedback from our stream, people jumping in. Oh man, this other stream looks weird. See him streaming on everything else on his Instagram. So we're working on a comic book page of a character going to the store during a zombie apocalypse to find the last piece of toilet paper, but this zombie grandma is going to have it. So we drew it. I was taking some feedback from people about like who the characters were, how it was going to develop, and now I'm just inking it. We had a whole crew roll in on Mixer, so hanging out with us. Yeah, thank you. Yeah, it's looking pretty good right now. Like I said, just inking the outlines of it. I'm gonna go back in and add like solid areas of black and like make it really stand out with contrast. But it's just the start. We're on like step 2. Just working through it now. Looks cool. Badgerfield, if you want, I know you're a fan of CreatiVets. You might have seen this. Hold on. I'm shouting this out. I'm trying to pick up this print off the floor. We're giving away one of the CreatiVets prints. If you want it, you got to follow. You got to go on the CreatiVets page and find the post that has. It's a picture of like 3 of these. It was reposted from my account. Manglazed black. Hold on. Okay, someone's asking me questions on the other stream. But if you want this, I'm announcing a winner tomorrow. I'm giving away 3 of these. I'm sending it out to people. So go on the CreatiVets page, find the post that has these. That'll link you to my page. You like the original post, tag someone in the comments, follow CreatiVets, follow my Instagram, Manglazed Black, and then I'll announce winners tomorrow for this print. I'll sign it and everything. So this is a 11 by 17. Someone just jumped in on Restream too. 11 by 17 Risograph print. So if you're looking for some new art to hang up, want to support a great cause, and have a piece that you could talk about CreatiVets or veterans with, there's your opportunity. So if you're into that sort of thing, boom. Looks cool. Look for your page. Right on, man. Like I said, I'm giving away 3 of them. We did that print. I worked with Richard on that. It was a brainchild from all of us at CreatiVets. Talking about the 20 veteran and active member suicides a day and how we can, lower that number. And the toy soldiers that we made are all equipped with their own unique weapons, but they're not the normal kind of weapons you'd expect. They're, guitars and pencils and paintbrushes and clay tools and all sorts of stuff. So it's a cool piece, super, one of my prouder pieces I've ever made. And yeah, giving some away, get some awareness out there, get some art. So check this out. Ink that one. I've only got one left, the grandma one, and then I can start coloring stuff in. Now I have some questions on Mixer. Let me see. Why not restream bot it? Restream bot what? My Instagram? I'll do it. And glaze black. Boom. There it is. Now I am gonna, for this ink page, am I gonna animate it? No, I'm not gonna animate it. I'm gonna scan it and make it a digital image. So we'll post it on. Yeah, I know. The one chat makes it easy. We haven't figured out how to add our Instagram live to this yet. We're working on that. That was a great comment. Remember, I said this was, got a nice, perfect view of my face and my crazy hair right now. Here's my Instagram for people looking for the print thing I was just talking about. Yeah, one chat makes it easy. We are very newbie to streaming. We got the stuff set up. I'm having a lot of fun, great community, and it's real fast getting stuff out. But yeah, we're learning as we go. We wanted to respond as fast as we could to get this resource out to people. Someone said, you laser cut art, Halo Collector? Right on. We do some laser cutting stuff. Laser etching. If you want to show off some of your art, I'll answer your question in a second on Instagram. You were the peacock lady. Talking with me in another chat yesterday. Okay, right on. Yeah, there's a learning curve. It takes everyone time. Yeah, this is week 3 of me streaming. I didn't even used to watch streams, honestly, before. So this is like a whole new world for me learning. Someone asked me, does CreatiVets have a site where I can see all of the prints that have been made, like a CreatiVets store? Not yet. We're working on that. So far, we only have the one print, though. I am the one that has designed it, so I have all of them here in Chicago at our location at the Bridgeport Art Center. If you're interested in acquiring the prints, I would say just send us an email or message us on Instagram or Facebook. We're on those all the time, so you can email us at info@creativets.org, or you can go to our website, creativets.org, and send us a message through there and just say, hey, I want to buy a print, and I can send you the specs, the details, all about it. But it's an 11x17 risograph print, original art made by myself, Garrett Augustyn. But like I said, it was a collaborative piece that I made with the team here at CreatiVets. And I'll send you a little write-up about it and what the importance of it is. Just got ink all over my finger. Someone said I was doing great. Ooh, boom, thank you. Communication is key. Yeah, so I also, a little bit about me. I'm also a teacher. Well, I teach for CreatiVets. I'm just going to wipe this on my sweater. My CreatiVets hoodie. If you're interested in some merch, some CreatiVets gear to hold. Hold on, there we go. I can see again. Some CreatiVets gear to hold. You can get some swag. I got some hoodies and some hats and stuff. Again, just drop me a line. Message us on Instagram or Facebook, wherever you're at. Find the CreatiVets page. I see all that stuff. So message us. I want a hoodie. What do you got? I want a hat. What do you got? But a little bit about me. I'm a teacher. I actually teach for Chicago Public Schools and work for CreatiVets at the same time. So I'm really good at explaining because, when you got to teach kindergartners how to do something, you tend to repeat yourself about 500 times what we're doing. So I'm used to repeating myself. So kind of talking through things. At first it was like, well, I'm just going to sit in front of a camera and just talk, like what am I gonna say? Like how do I answer people? I find out really quickly I can just kind of explain what I'm doing. My hair's starting to fall. I gotta redo my hair, my ponytail, my quarantine hair. I had long hair to begin with, but now it's just I just got that ink all in my hair. Oh well. It'll cover up the gray hairs I have. Thank you for answering. Of course, right on. Real quick, let me plug in my phone. I love teaching and helping people grow. I have respect for you. Patience is good to have. Well, thank you. We appreciate that. I appreciate that. I just plugged in my phone so I could charge. Let me see if I can get it to stay while it's charging. Oh boy. Can you guys still see it if I put it like this? That's not very entertaining. Hold on. Computer's doing stuff now. I needed to plug in my phone to charge. Let me find... Oh, I'll put it in this. Boom. I'm so adaptive. If I can get it to work. Here we go. Sorry, I'm makeshifting a camera holder for Instagram while I'm doing all this. Thanks for hanging with me. There we go. Kind of. Yeah, that'll work. That'll work for now while I continue to work. I'm almost done with this. Again, I'll post this comic on... I'll probably post it on my Instagram. It doesn't really fit with what we're doing at CreatiVets, so if you want to see the finished version, make sure you follow me, Man Glazed Black, and I will post the finished comic in a couple days as it dries, and I can get some other stuff done on it. I think most of this is dry, so I'm gonna go for the last part now. I'm looking for my whiteout. I made like some buildings in the background behind the store. I didn't like them, so I'm erasing them. Again, great thing you can do is, you don't like some, bye-bye. Boom, now that's all done. So now it's just the store there. Maybe I'll put like some grass there or some. Anyone comments? No, okay. Here we go. So I'm working on the last one. This will be with the old lady and the toilet paper. So I'm doing it from a different angle just because I don't want... Kind of looks like a donut right now. Drawing her hand, holding it. Giving her like a sheer shirt. Little creepy fingers. Giving her cane. Jumpsuit on. It's kind of funny. What's your favorite medium? Badgerfield just asked. I am naturally a ceramic artist. So the first couple streams we did, I actually did a figure sculpture demo. And you can find that on our YouTube and stuff, but I'll show you it because it's right here in my studio. Pardon my lounge pants. But here, this is what I normally do. I do a lot of drawing now. Hold on. Oh, hold on. I just went off live again. Let me go on again. Checking connection, checking connection. Put this guy down. Boom, are we back? Right as I was answering a question. Right as I was answering a question. Badgerfield, I was answering your question. Sorry. I do ceramic sculpture. So this was a little demo piece I did. One of the first couple streams we did. So I usually work with figurative ceramic sculpture, but that is a little bit more intense as far as, you need a lot of space to do it. It's very messy, but I do a lot of drawings now. Again, I did a couple streams with just drawing with ink. I do figurative stuff there. Thanks for the sparks, Timmy's comeback. We appreciate it. So I'm a trained ceramicist. I went to the School of the Art Institute of Chicago, and I used to make life-size human figures. So if you go on my Instagram, or even if you go on my website, garrettleo.com, you can see some of the work that I did, and I did like 6 foot tall ceramic figures. So yeah, I do ceramic stuff. But I like to draw. I've always liked to draw. I used to draw as a kid a lot and doodle. And then as we started doing stuff with CreatiVets, or as I started getting more involved with CreatiVets, I was brought on as their ceramic instructor at first, and then slowly worked my way to everything else. But I teach all that I can, Again, I'm a teacher in CPS in Chicago Public Schools. Badgerfield said, awesome, thanks, man. So I studied a little bit of everything when I was in college. Like I said, I went to the School of the Art Institute of Chicago. I did ceramic sculpture primarily, but I had to train in everything because I had to be able to teach everything. And just if you didn't see any other stories or don't know who I am really, I started with CreatiVets as their TA for their class when they started at SAC. We offer a 3-week intensive program at the School of the Art Institute of Chicago. So any veteran can apply. It's free to apply for. We take care of everything, flights, where they stay, everything. And they get to study at one of the best art schools in the country. I'm one of their instructors. Zachary Burgart will be an instructor for this year's class. He actually is one of our graduates. But at the class when I first started, I was the TA, so I just kind of happened to be working in the department. I knew my clay stuff, so they offered me a position as a TA to kind of help them out. I met Richard, instantly fell in love with just the mission and the idea behind, what CreatiVets is about and what we do it for. Our mission is, if you don't know, and you haven't heard me say it, is to empower veterans heal through the arts and music. So we offer music classes and songwriting classes, as well as art programs across the country year-round. But we're doing this now because we had to adjust and adapt to the times. Everyone's inside, can't go out, so we're trying to find you at your home. But yeah, if you're curious about my art, go on my Instagram, manglazedblack, and you'll see most of the stuff I've been posting, just like random stuff for this. But if you keep scrolling, I have been pretty good about posting all my art on there. So yeah, check that out. Check it. All right, let me hold this up. I'm going to take a paper towel. Oh, I don't have a paper towel in here. Dutch just joined. What's up, Dutch? Let me get a paper towel real quick so I can lift this page up and show you all. back. Don't leave. I'm here to stay. All right, got a paper towel. Just gonna absorb some of this extra ink that I got on the paper. So I can lift it up and show what it's kind of looked like. So if you're just now jumping in, this is the page that we made together. Got some feedback from everyone. So it starts off at the start. Instagram, I'll show you in a second. Sorry, I'm neglecting you. Trying to find the best spot. There we go. Right there. So it starts off at a store, reading top left to right, and then top to down. I think he's gonna say showtime or something. Then he goes in, running past all the zombies, and then bottom left, right? Bottom left, you see him running through the store. He comes across grandma with the toilet paper, and he's gonna say like Mima or something. Just a quick doodle. You know, if I spent, this has already taken about like 3 hours to work on. If I could spend an entire week working on this and like really adding a lot of details. Oh, Instagram, here you go. I didn't get to show you. I'll hold this up while I talk. I didn't get to spend a whole lot on it. Like 3 hours seems like a lot up front, but it's really not. You can spend, days on comics. Days. So if I spend a lot more time, you can get a lot more details. But this is good for just like an intro to comics. Again, all that blue that you see won't be there when I scan it. I'm going to scan this digitally. I might post it on my Instagram. So make sure you go follow that so you can see what this looks like when it's all done. I'm going to work on this bottom left frame some more. To make it look like it's empty. Alright, so it looks like he's going through an empty store. Striped sweater is now following. Thank you. Appreciate it. Boom. All right. Take my Presto pen. Hello, people on Instagram. Boom. All right, now she's got 4 fingers wrapped around that creepy piece of toilet paper. Can't wait to see it complete. I'm going to head out. Be sure to find your page. Have a good day. Yeah, thanks for stopping by, Badgerfield. It was nice talking to you. Really cool talking to you. Yeah, check out the page. Comment on that post, man. Get that CreatiVets print. Have fun with your run. All right. I think it's time to do some like heavy brush inking. What time is it? 4 o'clock. I'll do some more inking before I get off. This is my longest stream yet, but it has been very cool. Have everyone here hanging with me. So the ink dries on your brushes, so just make sure you wash that off, soap and water. I'm gonna take my, pardon the noise while I look for it. Oh, this ink brush pen. For those of you watching, ink brush pen like that. Really nice to cover a lot of area with black. So I'm going to do that. I'm going to try to make some high contrast. I'm going to make it nighttime, hype up the drama. So I'm going to color the entire night black, the sky. And I'm just going to work one panel at a time. So the outline's done, right? This is the last part. to do. And now it's basically a big coloring book. Or a coloring page. Ooh, someone just sent me some more sparks. Thank you, appreciate it. Someone just waved at me. Oh, right on your back. Did you get to see it? It's all done. Outlined. Now I'm going to add some black and white. Right? Because if you were here when I showed off my comics to start, I don't use color. I just do black and white comic pages, comic books. And you just got to add a lot of black. So really playing with contrast. Contrast being when two opposites are next to each other. So light and dark, black and white. Yeah, no worries. Take a phone call. Talk to people. I actually had a virtual happy hour with some friends that I used to work with the other day. Just, see people. Missing the social interaction with a bunch of people. Now, I colored the whole sky black. I'll put some stars in there, but I'll use the whiteout. So if you're on Mixer or Twitch or wherever you're at, make sure to check out our other streams. I've been streaming some stuff. We've had some other great talented musicians and artists on here. Go to creativets.org/live, and you can see our past streams. Watch them on YouTube and Facebook, and then you can also see what's coming up. What's going on? People, some more people joined. Inked my night sky. I'm gonna ink the letters in store, and I'll make it look like it's a light up bulb sign. I'll show you how to do that. Because again, I'm just looking for how to balance my lights and darks, where I can make the most out of it. Right? Should I make I've done virtual happy hours and coworkers play Jackbox games. Yeah, Jackbox games, super fun. I played that with my parents the other night. We actually did a little game session, just the CreatiVets crew did some Jackbox TV games. That was on Twitch, so if you are watching on Twitch, you can go see it on Twitch. Yeah, that stuff's super fun to do. I'm going to do stippling for the road. So stippling is when you do a lot of dots to make something look darker. So I'm going to do stippling on the road. To make it look darker. And then the areas that have the least amount of dots, that looks lighter. I'm gonna grab two things. I used to do this when I did this in high school. Someone's auto-hosting me. What's up? I had a project in high school where I had to do stippling projects, and I'd just buy like 5 pens and go really fast. Teacher didn't like that, but you gotta learn your own methods. I heard someone texted me. I heard we're going to be doing some meditation classes. If any of you are interested in doing some meditation, stay tuned. Follow us on Facebook. Like us on Facebook. Follow us on Instagram. To So I like that. I don't know. I'll show you guys before I keep doing that. Oh. There's my panel with the road. Boom. Panel with the road. Boom. I'm gonna take my whiteout pen. I'm gonna make it look like the store is a light up bulb sign. Right, so now it looks like, ooh, there it is. It's got some light bulbs on it. Someone said, wow. Yeah, I'll do some. Some stars in the sky. All right, so we'll make his mask, helmet, solid black. Right, and we'll make. So cool how this has progressed. Yeah, like I said, this has been. This has just been 3 hours, but if you keep working on this stuff, it'll get super cool. And I'll do the shirt black because I think I will break my rule and add a little red for the. Someone said red velvet or silk pajamas, little robe. So I'll make the shirt black, little CreatiVets merch shirt, and then we'll have the sweater be red. And again, I'm going to make the background completely black. Now, if I've got a black helmet and I've got a black background, I just want to not color it all the way to it. I'll leave a little space in between. And this is a really nice ink pen that I got. You can get these at Blick, rechargeable, but it dries pretty fast. So you can color a bunch and then go right back into it. Matching face mask, yeah. Check that out. So I'm just coloring that in like that. Right? Just adding that black contrast in there. And again, this is some stuff where you just gotta take your time. And usually I would have stopped at 2 hours, but I want to really, I want to finish this comic. So you can see it from start to finish. I'm going to switch pens. I'm actually going to grab a brush. And I'm going to dip my brush into my India ink and paint with that. That'll be a lot faster. Now the one thing is, again, I'm using a different ink now, so it'll dry a little differently. But it'll be a lot faster to fill this giant space in with black. And that was something that I mentioned when I was showing off my old comics is I just naturally, I don't know, it just is easy to balance the black and white for me. I'm pretty contrast forward with my comics. I have a lot of dark, a lot of white in it. And again, your drawing style is it's always going to be a little different. So don't worry about it being too clean looking or too messy looking. Everyone draws a little differently. That was the cool thing about that comic book I showed with all those different artists that worked on it. Hello from Canton Avenue. What's going on? Someone sent me some stickers, some sparks. Check that out. Coming together nicely. Yeah, thank you. I think it is too. I agree. Like I said, I'm extremely proud of how this is turning out. Personally, I was a little nervous with just gonna make a comic in an hour or 2 hours. Because like I said, I showed, if you weren't here for the start, I sketch out everything, I write it out, so I have like a really good system in place before I even pick up a pen or a pencil to draw. Like I gotta step it out. Robe is gonna be red, I gotta remember that. Comments here, I'll show the peeps on Instagram, right? Got a lot of black on there now. Boom. I think just to keep that balance up, I'm gonna make again, I like to switch the contrast. So everything behind the zombies, like the building was originally white, but I'm gonna shift it. And the building is now going to be black because the emphasis is going to be that door. Like the door is like glowing, right? Because this character is really trying to get in this store to get his toilet paper or her toilet paper. I didn't really define the gender of this character. Just using a normal brush with the got some claps on Instagram. Thank you. Just a normal brush, dipping it in the ink. And I think having a lot of like black in this sense, in this comic, will allow it to be a little bit more intense. It'll just set the tone for it being like post-apocalyptic, right? I was going for these zombies are going around, but it's at night, so it's very stressed times for this character, right? Risking going on at night, trying to stay stealthy. They're all bandaged up with their PPE, staying safe from the virus. But stuff still happens. And again, this comic, it's always a good to just know how time plays a role on this. I did this in 3 hours, roughly. But if I spent 4 days on it, it'd be completely different quality, completely different style. But, it's all about how much time you want to spend on it. And I am perfectly fine with doing, as I said, I want to kind of finish it now, so that you all can see from start to finish what does it look like, and then I'll post this on my Instagram if you're following it in the next couple of days, so you can see what it'll look like edited and all cleaned up and nice. And if you have any people that are watching, if you have any suggestions for what you want to see us doing, or what type of art you make, send us a message, send us some pictures of the stuff you're doing. Tell us what you want to see so we can kind of get some more content rolling your way. This is the really focused time because I'm adding a lot of ink. I don't want to mess it up. I'll show this panel. So now, real solid black panels at the top. Boom, boom. All right. So that one's done. Now I'm going to go to the bottom page. And I'm going to do, again, sticking with that theme of darkness. Oh, and that's the thing. If you could make the little... Michael Bennett just commented. Said, looking good. Are you using brush and paint or ink? I'm using an India ink. I was using my ink brush pens and like pen brush cartridges, but for this I'm using just India ink and a brush because I outlined everything and I just decided that I want this to be really dark comic, right? A lot of black. So I'm using just dipping it in my India ink and just a regular paintbrush. Got this like from a Crayola set or something. And I'm painting away. So talking about contrast, trying to find a balance. I want this to be a dark comic, right? So there's a lot of black, but there's still white in each one, right? So it's balanced, black and white contrast. And I'm going to go in and draw some like stuff on the cabinets and things. That'll be like the last thing I add. Again, here's the comic, how it's coming out. Just adding in those solid areas of black now. Thanks for everyone that's hanging with me, joining in. I think I've had quite a few people jump on, jump off. Glad to see everyone. My name is Garrett Leo. Streaming some intro to comics for CreatiVets. You can check out more of our streams at creativets.org/live. This stream will be up on our YouTube and Facebook page once I sign off. I'm just about done. Gone way over my time for today, but have a lot of people on here, so might as well keep the fun rolling. And those of you that weren't here when I started this comic, started with just, a blank piece of paper and worked with people that were streaming it, streaming us to kind of figure out who the characters were, what the storyline was. and we've been, just kind of working from there. So that we've got this character looking for some post-apocalyptic toilet paper, and this grandma seems to have gotten the last roll. So we'll see what the character does next. Not doing the next part today, but I will. Right? Got our post-apocalyptic granny holding off that toilet paper roll. Here we go. Comic page coming out pretty cool. And I'm going to do the last one. Ooh, maybe I should have the zombies like behind him in this one. I didn't originally have that, but that would be pretty cool. I'm going to put my brush down for a second. I should have a cup of water. I'm just going to wipe the ink off. Taking my graphic. Adding some texture to the floor. Do some tiles. Just added some floor tiles to the inside of the grocery store. I'm gonna draw some containers of food and stuff on the shelf. Right? Little details, some food on the shelf in the background. Boom. All right. Just to suggest, something's there. All right. Take my ink brush again, inking my last page. I'm gonna ink his helmet first. I'm still trying to decide if I want to do some zombies behind him or not. Looks great. Oh my God, wow, thank you. Boom. So that's, that's almost it. Deciding if I want to do zombies behind him or not. They were right there, so they should be right behind him. I'll draw some hands. I tested out on my little paper because one was drying out. That one looks good. Alright, I'm adding some extra hands, just winging it. Again, hands aren't the easiest thing to draw, and I'm not the best at drawing them. But we'll let it refocus. We drew some hands behind him coming, right on that last page. Now I'm going to ink the area behind the hands, and it'll be like all the hands are coming out of the darkness. And again, like I said, I'm not the coolest drawer of hands, but just do it. Have fun. Get something on the paper that you might have not had like 3 hours ago, right? I didn't have any of this. Came from talking with people, figuring out what people want to have this poor character deal with. Use some of your ideas, some of my ideas, and we made this pretty alright comic page that I could turn into, you know, a comic book or a comic strip series. It's totally up to me and up to you. Maybe you want to do the next page. What's the next page look like? You know what the character looks like. You know what this one's ending with, right? What does he face next? How does he get out of this? Does he get out of this? Follow my Instagram, manglazedblack. I'll post the final scanned version of this. Or follow CreatiVets. Follow both, and then go like and tag someone in the print giveaway on my page. And get yourself a print. And then if you were here for this one, after I message you for, you know, shipping and stuff, I'll send you a copy of this. Why not? Sweet. Now look at this, right? So now the last page, he's got some hands grabbing after him. Right, nice little balance of black and white. He's crying. He's gonna say Meemaw. So let's do. I'll have him say Showtime. And then over here, he'll say thanks to a couple people that forgot who exactly said it. What's going on, Instagram? I'm gonna put Meemaw. How do you spell Meemaw? Anyone know? Meemaw. I think it's M-E-E. I'm looking it up. I'm Googling it as we speak. M-E-E-M-A-W. Got it. And then he's going to say Meemaw. Boom. So two. You don't have to be a good writer to do this. I wrote two things, three things: Store, Showtime, and Meemaw. So there's the comic. Forgot to color the inside of Meemaw's scary zombie mouth. Ooh, scary Meemaw. I'll give her some black shoes too. Now I can touch up any spot on here with the black ink and the white, like whiteout pen, but I could also do this digitally if I had any spaces that I need to fix, like this cane. I went over too much, so I'm gonna redraw the cane and the thumb that was holding it, right? And then did I have any other mistakes I need to fix? This part right here needs to have a bottom shelf and some stuff on it. Boom. Boom and boom. I think, I need to do some little, not that little. What did I just do? There we go. Some reflection on the windows. You could do that by just adding some little lines. I'm going to suggest that it's made out of brick or some sort. So I'm just adding some little textures to it to suggest that it might have some bricks. Right. I don't like those dots in the street, so I'm gonna paint it black. Don't like it, paint it black. Just gonna paint the whole thing black and then use my whiteout pen to add details. What's going on, Instagram? We still out here? I'm gonna add some streaks of white. Right, because he's running super fast. And then on the street, once that dries, I'll add some like street lines and then some texture. What's going on? Waving, hello. Hello, hello. Add some reflection to the helmet. See, again, you can use this tool as a, you could draw right on here with it. I don't know how that looks. Alright, let's go. Some texture to the screen. I'm gonna add some more. Oop, just click some more lines to the mask, to make sure that once the blue's away, you still get that it's a clear piece of glass. Boom. Boom. Yeah, this looks pretty good. I mean, intro to comics. There's a little comic. 6 panels, 2 characters, and then some little background character people. I guess hands could count as a character. Oh, let me add my sidewalk details. Almost forgot that. Add some stippling there, some dots, make the sidewalk look like it's made out of concrete. It's rough. Okay. Now I'm just going back in each panel and I'm adding some more little details to the shirt and things. Boom. 2 claps and a wave. Right on. Adding some finishing touches. I am almost done. I still got quite a few people on here. Right on. Thanks for hanging out. Grandma looks gross. Making sure I'm not missing. I'm always notorious for like leaving out a spot. See a spot I can fix with my whiteout ink. And again, you can, like, in person I can see all the little areas that I inked differently, but you won't once you scan it and stuff. And draw some suggested hands. In the background here. And again, I'm not going super detailed, I'm just throwing like some digits to make it look like there's a lot more hands in that background than I started with. Instagram, take a look. Panel by panel, here we go. Panel. Panel. And then the big screen right there, check that out. Right. Why is it so hard for me? There we go. Right there. Check that out. There's my quarantine comic book panel. So thanks for hanging out with me. I mean it's as done as done can be. I'm gonna edit some more probably online, but before you leave, so I did a comic book page, reviewed some comics. Here's our finished. Boom, there's our finished comic for today, comic book page. If you're interested in seeing the finished version edited, follow my Instagram. I'm going to comment that on, see my face while I type this, Man Glazed Black. Go follow Man Glazed Black. That's where I'll post all of these images. I've been posting quite a few of our just like demos that I'm doing. But thank you, Mr. 21214. So if you're interested in seeing a finished version of this, or you want to enter into that free giveaway, I'm giving away 3 artist prints. Thanks for the sparks. See you. Have a great day. Thank you, Carrington TV. If you want some of these, go follow me on Instagram. Follow CreatiVets on Instagram, and then I'll ship you one of these for free. Raffling 3 off. That's tomorrow. All right. Thanks for hanging today. Yeah, this was great. So tune in. I'll be posting some more. We'll be streaming more on Instagram. So Instagram people, thanks for joining in with us. Say hi to the other people. There's my Die Hard poster. Say hi to the other people. It's been great. Thanks for streaming. And I'll end with Instagram first. There's the comic. Boom, boom, boom. Go follow that stuff. Is the comic today a giveaway? Maybe. I could be convinced. I mean, I'm doing a lot of little demo stuff. I made a Frankenstein yesterday that I want to either auction off or give away. So I'll think about it. But this is the original, so this will be cool to give away. Follow my Instagram, and I'll post it if I do. Right on. Thanks for joining in. Bye, Instagram. And now, share a story. Now, for the rest of you, thanks for joining in. Here's our finished piece. I'll post the finalized version on my gram. All right. I'm ending for the day. Thank y'all for hanging with us.